First and foremost, before we get started, I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekah Kwadash, and double honors to those great millstones, while lunch is truth, and also to those elect that is scattered abroad. I like to say, Shalom. Come back here today with another great, powerful lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And the type of day lesson is, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So I like to say shalom to all our listen and learn. Hope to sweep you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So before we start today's lesson, I have a quick news article here by CBS News. And it said egg prices shot up 15% in January as retailers limited customer purchase. Let's get a little bit more. It said egg prices continue to soar. So if shoppers can even find them in grocery stores. So in January alone, the cost of eggs around the U.S. jumped more than 15% from a year ago. Said 5 times the overall U.S. Inflation rate of 3%. Customers' prices index data showed on Wednesday, said in 2019, said customer could pick up a dozen eggs for around $1.54, but by last year the price had soared to $4.15. Said a 170% increase, according to CBS News price tracker on everyday goods. The spike in the egg prices last month underscores the devastating impact of the avian flu, which unalived more than 40 million egg-laying birds last year, according to Salakia, including ducks and chickens. So 148 million birds have been ordered euthanized since the current strain of bird flu, so H5N1, beginning spreading around the U.S. in 2022. So if there any good news, if that eggs prices are at least expected to rise more slowly over the course of the year. Said the January surge is likely a one-off, said EY chief economist Gregory Dacko. Said, but that may come as small consolation for the millions of customers who continue to grapple with higher food costs, said both at home and in restaurants due to record high egg prices. So right here, we already know what this is leading to hyperinflation. So we see every day that, not only the eggs, your everyday food items, meats, just like I said, the chicken, the beef, or your gas, your fuel, and so forth and so forth. So things are constantly are rising. It's becoming it's getting ready to become a lot of food shortage. It's going to be a disruption in the supply chain line very soon. So we already knowing that we're very close to that, to that great time of trouble that we've never seen before. So right here it's saying, why are eggs prices so high? It says here, the price spiked in eggs is largely driven by the bird flu, which continued to hit farms and wipe out flocks when demand remains steady for a product that isn't easily substituted, and supply diminishes, prices tend to rise. So right here, they keep saying that it's causing a shortage, with these with the chicken, with the ducks, saying that this so-called bird flu is causing all sorts of problems, saying that, still have a lot of demand of people eating a lot of chicken, but now he's saying that they not going to be able to handle the demand because of this bird flu. And also now it's driving the cost up, causing what? Inflation. And next thing you know, it's going to turn into what? Hyperinflation, So I said hyperinflation at first, but I meant inflation. Then it goes from inflation to hyperinflation. That means that it's going to be, the eggs might cost $50 a carton, in the near coming months. So we're seeing that 2025 is coming in, very very heavy, So right now, this is getting ready to be the new norm or the new sense of normalcy. And so a lot of people right now, we're seeing I seen a video not too long ago about people was in Costco. I think it was a couple of weeks ago that they were just, stockpiling on eggs and stuff. We already know about these doomsday preppers and stuff getting prepared, for this great food shortage. It's an economic collapse. A lot of things are constantly happening. Also, we already know about these egg prices are constantly rising. Also, food, your everyday food, which involve beef and other products. Even water, it's going up, gasoline at the pump, something else I wanted to add with it. But these things right here, we already know that this here is going, a lot of people going, when the food go, we already know that all hell will break loose. So you already know this is like kind of like an instant repeat of 2020. You're already talking about another pandemic, so we goes over these things left and right. So the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So right here, this could cause, right here is the beginning, more to come. Egg prices shot up 15% in January as retailers limited customers' prices. So we already know that 2025, right now, it's coming in, very, very, very prophetic, we put it like that, so it's this year right here is moving in warp speed. Also, we know right now that they constantly trying to bring in forth this new system, a new way of doing things. So now talking about the eggs, now the next thing you'll know that they're gonna say, we had to pull the eggs off the shelves. So we already know right now when you go in a certain grocery store, you don't want to have any eggs. Next thing you know, you want to have any chicken. Next thing you know, you want to have any beef or any type of meat product. So we knowing where these things are going. So man, we're so very close. So right now, you know what I'm saying. So the sown place is getting ready to become unsown. So that's just a little report. I want to go into this a little bit, but we're seeing right here that this is just the beginning, So the prophets of old have warned you of these pending dangers that are fast approaching. Let me see if anything else I could I see that we need to bring out. Let's see. I think that's it. I got some videos to bring it out with a little bit more edification, but we seeing right here now, slowly but surely, what I'm saying, everything is pretty much, the prices of pretty much everything is just constantly rising, So we already knowing about Donald Trump keep talking about making America great again, but we constantly seeing, gradually seeing where it's faster. We constantly seeing it more rapidly now that this place is on the decline, So we already knowing right now that we're coming upon that time like we have never seen before. So now let's go here to let's get a quick precept. Let's go here to Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8. It said, the prophet that had been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evils and of pestilence. So that's constantly what we're warning you of war. We know that we're very close to World War III. A lot of things that happen in the so-called Middle East warn you about evil, evil time, that we're coming upon, fast approaching, food shortage, cyber attack, power grid outage, no communication, no water, a lot of things that get ready to come upon us at a fast pace, also a pestilence, we already telling you about this bird flu and many other viruses they're talking about, these outbreaks over here, outbreaks over there, instant repeat of 2020. So one thing about it that we've seen that these things are coming full circle, but they're gonna be more increasing. They're gonna get worse and worse. So that's what we're constantly warning you about: a war and of evil and of pestilence. Plagues, these plagues are not slacking down. Verse 9, it said, the prophet which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, said, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord had truly seen him. So one thing about it, these prophecies are constantly coming to pass. They come in what they're manifest. It's more obvious and clear that, the men of the Lord is constantly been warning you about these things. And you're going to know very clear that a prophet was among you, because these prophecies right now are speaking loud and clear. So now let's go here. Let's get one more before we open up the lesson. So we already know that these things are coming full tuition, man. I'm telling you, we're very close. Let's go here to Ecclesiastes. No, let's go to Ecclesiastes. Let's go here. Let's go here to Ecclesiasticus. Let's go here to Ecclesiasticus chapter 5. Ecclesiasticus chapter 5 and verse 7. Ecclesiasticus chapter 5 and verse 7. And it reads that, make no terror to turn to the Lord, put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. So don't make any delays. Don't put off from day to day. So suddenly, shall these things come upon you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people right now in their security, a lot of people right now, everything is normal to them right now, but all of a sudden, boom, that's when the vision of the Lord should come upon you. We constantly warn you left and right. The Lord already said that he will come like a thief in the night. Verse 8 says, set not thy heart or your mind upon goods unjustly gotten, for they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity, a day of your troubles, Jacob trouble, the hour of temptation. Well, that's what we constantly warn you about. Also, we warn you about that grain of rice. And also, we know that it's going to be a lack of bread and great tribulation everywhere you go, the beginning of sorrow. So, don't get your mind set on these goods unjustly gotten, because they're not going to profit thee in the day of trouble. You know what I'm saying? If the Lord is not on your side, you're going to be unalive. So now, let's start today's video. And after the video, we'll start the lesson. And I hope that you will get edified.
It's really hard to find anything good here. This was a setback, a significant one, and one that we were not expecting. So the big number here is 3%. That's the annual inflation rate for January. That is the highest level since June. That was not expected to happen. The monthly rate also ticked higher. That is not what you want. Digging in, core, which excludes food and energy, both those figures also went the wrong direction. So why is this happening? Well, there's a number of different drivers here. Everything from hotels, airfare went higher. Egg prices were actually a significant part of this as well. We know the bird flu is a massive problem. There's an egg shortage. So we saw that egg prices went up by 15% month over month. That is the most that we've seen on a monthly basis since June of 2015. And look at that on an annual basis, the last 12 months, 53% increase for egg prices. That is really very significant. Now, when we look at the trend here for inflation, the problem is that the progress has really stalled out here. Right now, the goal is 2% inflation. We are now at 3%. You see, there's been a lot of improvement from that inflation crisis of 3 years ago. We had 9% inflation. We're not there right now, thankfully, but it is ticking higher, right? That is the exact wrong direction that you want to see.
Just real quick, you mentioned the inflation executive order the president signed, but egg prices have skyrocketed since President Trump took office. So what specifically is he doing to lower those costs for Americans?
Really glad you brought this up. because there is a lot of reporting out there that is putting the onus on this White House for the increased cost of eggs. I would like to point out to each and every one of you that in 2024, when Joe Biden was in the Oval Office, or upstairs in the residence sleeping, I'm not so sure, egg prices increased 65% in this country. We also have seen the cost of everything, not just eggs. Bacon, groceries, gasoline have increased because of the inflationary policies of the last administration. As far as the egg shortage, what's also contributing to that is that the Biden administration and the Department of Agriculture directed the mass killing of more than 100 million chickens, which has led to a lack of chicken supply in this country, therefore a lack of egg supply, which is leading to the shortage.
Well, I guess eggs are more affordable, and that's because you can't buy them, so you don't have to spend a single dollar on them. Look at this. This is crazy. Every egg gone. So, well, you save a few more dollars because you're not getting eggs.
Look at this.
So now let's start today's lesson. We'll start in Second Ezra. Let's start in Second Ezra chapter 6, and we'll start at verse 22. So we see that, in that last couple of videos, we've seen that the full storehouses is suddenly becoming empty. So we're coming upon that time. A lot of people right now, they can at convenience, they can go and get their favorite food, they can get their favorite product or whatever they're looking for. It's very convenient right now, but it's going to come a time whereby you won't be able to find a piece of bread very soon. This place is slowly becoming a third world country. And a lot of our people still are not believing, and it's happening right before your eyes. These are the birth pain, and these things going to constantly increase, left and right. That's why we constantly warning you left and right. We coming upon that time. If the Lord is not on your side, you're going to be totally destroyed. A lot of people going to die of starvation. A lot of things are coming at a fast pace. We constantly warn you. Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22, it said, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And also we know about DJ Donald Trump. We already know that he's been putting these tabs on these other countries. And also now they are flipping the script, so he's causing all sorts of havoc and mayhem all throughout, these food supply chain lines, and these ports and different things like that. How we get food. Like I think if I'm not mistaken, he got a 10% tariff on China, and also China turned around and put tabs on America, so there's a lot of things happening. And also we know about these BRIC nations are constantly turning away from the dollar, and a lot of people are leaving America alone. They don't want to have anything to do with America. So right now, these things right here, it's going to cause this effect, the sown places is going to become unsown, and the full storehouse shall suddenly be found empty. So already there, you've seen in those videos about the eggs, now they saying the chicken, he's saying with the ducks. Now, at one time it was talking about the beef, some type of outbreak, the bird flu. Now, there was another one about the hysteria virus. It's so many of them, you can't hardly keep up with them, but we're not ignorant of Satan's device. Verse 23 said, and the trumpet shall give a sound, said, which when every man hears, they shall be suddenly afraid. Let's read that once again. Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 23 said, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man hears, they shall be suddenly afraid. So right now, the trumpet is being blown, and the man of the Lord is constantly, warning you all these impending dangers. It's time right now, to heed the warning. We're seeing these things are constantly increasing left and right. It's going to be, a time that we have never seen before. I know we sound like a broken record, but these are the times that we're living in. People are going to be protesting. People are going to be rioting, looting. When there's no resources, no food and water, no shelter. It's going to be a lot of people going to be afraid right now. That trumpet, shall give a sound. We're giving that sound to you right now. So let's see here, verse 24. Let's get this one here. It says here, it said, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear, said, with those that dwell therein, said, the springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. So we coming upon that time. He said, friends shall fight against another, in like enemies. So we coming upon that. A lot of people going ravage these women's gonna be ravaged. These houses are gonna be torn up. The people gonna be coming, getting whatever they can get to try to survive. So we already know once, that hunger sets in, a lot of people going to have what you call a beast mindset. A lot of people going to be just like animals. So we coming upon that time, like it says here once again, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. So that is powerful right there, man. Coming upon that time, the beginning of sorrow was great morning. Hey man, beginning of sorrow, mornings, persecution, a lot of things are coming, man. We're constantly warning you left and right, man. We are here. So let's go here now to Ezekiel, because the Lord is constantly breaking the staff of the bread. Let's go here, Ezekiel chapter 4. Ezekiel chapter 4, we start up around verse, I think it's 16. Ezekiel, let me highlight that. Some of these things, sometimes people thinking I'm having them highlighted, and they don't be highlighted. So I like to read them highlighted just a little bit better. It says, Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 16 says, moreover, he said unto me, son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and astonishment. So we're coming upon that time, when it's going to be food shortage, a great economic collapse. Also, it's going to be pestilence, plagues, outbreaks. A lot of things are coming at a fast pace. So a lot of people right now eating good and drinking good. A lot of people ain't had no type of adversity, no type of levels of troubles had came upon them just yet. But when this time of trouble come, a lot of people going to be very afraid. A lot of people are going to be travailing like a woman with child. Jacob troubles is about to get real. So we come upon that. So it's going to be food shortage, going to be water shortage. A lot of things is getting ready to happen. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are getting ready to be taken in a great number. Verse 17, it said that they may want bread and water and be astonished one to another and consume away in their iniquity. So you're going to consume away, starvation. You're going to say it in a big way. A lot of things are coming, man. We are constantly consume. It's going to consume you. If you don't know the Lord is not on your side, and the Lord is calling these things to happen. The Lord, he have the power to that you can have plenty, be rich. He have the power to make you poor. Also, the Lord have the power, to keep you in that secret place or bring all this type of hell upon you. So, the Lord is in perfect control. Let's read this once again. I say Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 17 said, that they may want bread and water and be astonished one to another and consume away in their iniquity. So a lot of them going to be, astonished. I mean, surprised. People going to be in disarray. A lot of people going to, have all sorts of uncertainty. A lot of people ain't going to know what the hell is going on. They're going to be walking like blind men. A lot of people are going to give up the ghost. So now let's go here. Let's get another quick precept to go with this here. Let's go here to Ecclesiastes chapter 11. Ecclesiastes chapter 11 and verse 14. It says, prosperity and adversity, life and death. It said, poverty and riches come of the Lord. So the Lord's going to cause these things to come upon you. That's why the Lord said in, I think it's Isaiah chapter 66, around verse 4, it said, the Lord said, I would choose your delusion. When the Lord stretched out his hand, when he called, you did not answer. So right here, the Lord got power, to give you plenty. You know, this prosperity goes into being rich. He said, and it said also adversity. You know, a lot of people getting ready to face these adversity. You know what I'm saying? Said life and death. You know, so the Lord, you know what I'm saying, the 1/3 remnant, that who the Lord is coming back for, the 2/3, you're facing death. You know what I'm saying? We coming upon that time. Poverty. I mean, going into homelessness. You know, a lot of people are not going to have a shelter in place. A lot of people just going to be out there, you know, wandering a while until they just be consumed away. It's and riches, you know what I'm saying? So Lord will give you plenty in that time of trouble. You know, like, you know, the Lord said, my servant shall eat, they shall be hungry. My servant shall drink, they shall be thirsty. He said, come of the Lord. So one thing about it, the Lord is not on your side. You're going to face all these things. You know, it's also that lake of fire. So these things are coming fast, approaching us. So we're seeing that America is on the decline. We're seeing that we're coming upon an economic collapse. We're seeing that these supply chain line slowly and gradually, you know, being disrupted, you know, manufactured and by design, you know. But one thing about it, we know that they get ready to bring in a new system, a new way of doing things. You know what I'm saying? This NWO, these things are fast approaching, so they want that total control. You know, control the food, control the people. So we're very close to this time. And also, we know that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the time. So we are very close to all hell breaking loose in the middle law. We're constantly warning you left and right. Let's get this right here. Because, you know, when it's built, these resources dry up, this is exactly what's getting ready to happen right here. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2, it says, and I will set the Egyptian against Egyptian, America against America. It said, and they shall fight, everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. So that's exactly what's getting ready to happen. You know, it's going to be order out of chaos. You know, a lot of things are coming upon us at a fast pace, and the mental law are constantly warning you left and right. It is here. It is at the door. So we're seeing that we are very, very close to these times. Things are picking up left and right. You know, so we're coming upon a sedition, you know, insurrection. You know, a lot of things are coming down the pipeline. So let's go here to our last and final script. Let's go here to one moment. Let's go here to let's see where I want to go here. Let's go ahead and get our final script here. Let's go to Ephesians. Let's go here to Ephesians chapter 5. We'll close out here. Ephesians chapter 5. Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15. And it reads, says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Verse 16, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Verse 17 said, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is, because we coming upon that time. Be circumspect, redeem the time wisely, you know, because the days are evil. You know, they constantly, you know, these things are constantly increasing. We're seeing it happening right before our eyes, you know, so we knowing that 2025 is getting it popping. It's popping just like clockwork. These prophecies are constantly speaking right now. You know, at the end it shall speak and not lie. These things are right upon us. The full storehouse shall suddenly be found empty. So when these things happen, you know, we got to trust and believe in Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua. That's why the Lord said, knowing what the will of the Lord is, you know what I'm saying? Stay, you know, constantly stay, you know, grounded and seated, you know, keep our eyes locked on the prize, which in fact is the kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness. We know that we're very close to the second coming of our Lord and Savior and our great deliverer. You know, we're very close. Our salvation is at the door. We're living in some exciting times, man. We are very close. Rejoice ye heaven. So the title of the day lesson, once again, is the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Rekah Kwadash. I like to say, Shalom, Shalom.